Well, let's see. First, let's talk about City of Joy. It's a complete different kind of movie, right? And
I'm very proud of.
I have here some scenes also.
Okay.
Massage against me now! Massage against me! Go! Don't die on me, Lisa. Don't die, please. Don't die on me. Coming. I got it. Back here. It's a boy. It's a boy, lady. Hey, little fella. Hi, little birdie. Just scream your heart out. There you go. Okay, push this.
Beautiful. How long to shoot this film? City of Joy.
City of Joy in India. It took us about 6 months, five and a half, 6 months.
You spent all the time in India?
It was the most beautifully life-changing experience I'd ever had.
I can imagine.
It was just uncanny to the Western mind how a people could live in such horrifying poverty and be the happiest beings I've ever met in my life. And Roland wanted me to be affected as Patrick at the same rate as that the character was. So
Sure.
The day I got off the plane, he had me working in Mother Teresa's Home for the Dying, and 4 people died in my arms. And it was very strange because I couldn't deal with it. I was sobbing. And it was like, what's wrong with this picture? Because I had dying people trying to make me feel better about them dying. And it was the strangest thing. And then the next day he had me working in the leprosy clinic in Titagar. And actually this was a very, very important moment for me in the movie when I decided that I was going to put 100% of my heart and soul into this film. I was in the leprosy clinic, and there was a tap on my shoulder. I was sitting with, talking with Brother Das, and these little fingerless hands handed me a cup of tea. And I was like, oh, Lord, am I really going to drink this? Because I didn't know, am I going to catch leprosy if I...
Sure.
And in the process of taking that cup of tea and drinking it is when I decided I'm giving my heart and soul to this film, because this movie has so much to say to the world about dignity.
Sure. It's an incredible movie. Beautiful. It's a beautiful movie.
I'm really proud of it. And I think Roland Jaffe is, with the Mission and Killing Fields and City of Joy, I think he's one of our foremost filmmakers in the world.
Yeah.
And it was a real honor to get to work with that man.
Yeah.
Very intense situation. We were shooting during the Gulf War. So we had pro-Saddam Hussein rallies going on, demonstrations of thousands and thousands of Muslims. Our hotel was surrounded by Muslims chanting, wanting the American in the hotel, and me sitting in there realizing, wait, that's me. And
The American.
yeah, and but we were also given our permits to shoot by the central government in New Delhi, but we were shooting in the communist state of West Bengal. So they did not like the idea that, of the fact that they had no say in us shooting in their country. So they were bound and determined to try to shut us down. We had bombs thrown at our set, and when everything went crazy and the attack started, the 135 policemen that we were forced to keep on duty disappeared. So it was an intense
It was
movie.
an easy trip to do. Yeah, easy. And talking about easy, let's go back and see the scene where you jump from the plane with the parachute, of course. Ok. Willem, vamos lá para a cena do... Corre lá pro ponto e vai pro point break. Ok? Tá pronto, querido? Tá pronto aí? Ok, vamos lá. Solta, Willem. You're crazy, you're absolutely crazy.
Oh, it is the most beautiful thing in the world.
Yeah, not for a fat guy.
After you, Alphonse! I insist!
The cameraman is also jumping.
Yeah. And we literally are falling past those cliffs.
Pull the right now! You first! Okay? Son of a bitch!
gonna take a break and we'll come back. A gente vai chamar o reloginho. Villain, solta o reloginho e a gente volta com mais pt2 pra você. Tenho aqui ao meu lado Patrick Swayze, o ator que está aqui lançando o seu mais recente filme, que se chama em inglês To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. E em português se chama... Tchananã. Cadê o nome em português, gente? Tá aí, tem aí o nome em português. Hein?
Para Wong Fu, obrigada por tudo, Julie Newmar. Tradução literal.
É igualzinho, né? Para Wong Fu, obrigado.
We just call it Wong Fu.
Wong Fu.
And by the time...
Chinese food, more or less.
Yeah, well, Chinese guy.
Chinese?
Chinese guy, Wong Fu.
A Chinese guy. Yeah, okay.
But by the time we were done with it, we called it Too Long Fu. Thanks for nothing, Julie Newmar.
Well, before this, I would like to speak, to talk to you about Ghost, because it seems to me Ghost was a turning point in your career, wasn't it?
You know, it's interesting how many turning points there are in a career. I mean, the first turning point was The Outsiders with Coppola, and then North and South, and then Dirty Dancing, and then Red Dawn, and then...
but you can say which films were really important to change your career.
Really, The Outsiders is what started me off, and Tom Cruise and a lot of people, and then North and South kind of made my life crazy, and then Dirty Dancing blew the lid off my life, and then Ghost turned my life to Looney Tunes.
Was it a difficult film to do? Or,
it was difficult because I had no one there to act with. Because being a ghost, there could be no one else in the scene but me. So I'm acting nothing the whole time. So it was very strange. Half the time when I'm working with Whoopi or Demi, there's no one there. And so it was very strange to try to come up with a performance alone.
Sure. You can't see the reactions or anything. No. You just hear the lines and then you act. And Whoopi is really a fantastic comedian.
Yes, she really is. And a fantastic actress. A lot of people have considered Whoopi to be, you know, exclusively a comedian, but the first time...
Remember Color Purple?
Yeah, yeah. And the first time I discovered her was when I was in New York. I don't remember if I was still doing Grease on Broadway or not, or whether I was in New York for a publicity thing, but I was, you know, roaming late at night like I usually did in those wild days, as I was kind of sort of like a vampire, and, you know, looking for trouble to get into. And I walked by this marquee off Broadway, and I saw this woman with all these different characters. And I thought, and this was when Broadway had like shows, sort of like a late night theater, like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
So I walked in and watched this woman, and I thought she was one of the most gifted actresses I'd ever seen in my life. And then sure enough, later, she's discovered and becomes one of the biggest stars ever.
Yeah, she's
and just a lovely, lovely heart.
She's going to do the Oscar this year, right?
Oh, is she?
Yeah, I read that she's going to do the Oscar. Do you think she's going to do it better or worse than Dave Letterman?
Me no speak English, but I tell you what, I have a feeling she's gonna be a lot better than Letterman.
A lot better, a lot better. Let's see. Vamos ver um trecho do Ghost aqui, por favor. Villain.